milestone videos, I like to try to have a little bit of a theme. Now, when I think of the number 600, the color that comes to mind is yellow. So I wanted to keep a little bit of a yellow special in this one. Ooh, that's a nice looking box to start this one. Do you ever have those little color correlations with numbers or with words? I don't typically have it, but sometimes I do, and 600 feels yellow for whatever reason. So we have, I guess, a bit of a Spanish style deck in a loose sense. So I'll be playing 3 games with this deck, 4 games with the Incubo deck, and 3 games with the Dreyfus art deck. Very soft background. I kind of like it. Nice control and texture to the cards. Anyway, 650 episodes. That's crazy. That is so crazy. But still, very exciting. I'm doing my best to kind of be mellow for this one. Don't want to be too high energy. So we could just relax, play some games, and hopefully get some wins. As we have a 4 start already. And we're gonna have our work cut out for ourselves. Let's do it. I actually really like those aces. I didn't even notice that really the first time through looking at them. It's weird. I don't know why. I feel a bit nervous. And now triple queens for this special. That is our 3rd play, so we must wait for that king. Maybe I'm just... Your excitement becomes nervousness, I guess. There has to be something on that. I forget if that other king was black or red, but we'll take a chance. Put that one down and see what we get. Honestly, I am extra, as this is our 3rd play, excited for our next special. The 666 special. I was struggling so long to think of what we're gonna do for that one. But now, for about the past couple months, I know exactly what to do. And it is fitting, as I think we might be done here. Or maybe not. Honestly, I think the 666 as we get our first fat stack special is gonna be really cool. This one was initially gonna be the 666 special, like with the decks, but I had to come up with something. Not last minute, but I kind of let it be give us a red king. Oh my goodness, everything but a red king. Alright, let's see if we have a chance. Nowhere for that 8. Nowhere for that 7. And nowhere for that 6. 3. 4. That 3 is stuck there. And because of that, that is the end to our first game. So surprisingly, a pretty strong start with a fat stack to our special, especially starting early with those triple 4s and killer queens. On to game number 2, and let's throw in a casino shuffle. I want to go back on that color correlation little talk. Let's play a game. Okay, so I want you to think of a color when I say a word, and let's see if it's the same color. Ready? Okay, let's begin. History. Okay, I bet most of you, especially if you're from the United States, I have a feeling we picked the color orange. Now, you gotta be honest here. How many of you picked orange? A simple hand would be good. Alright, next word, as we have once again killer queens early to start our second game. Mathematics. Now I think we have a resounding blue to that color correlation. Alright, here's where things might get a little bit different. Literature. This one changes for me. I think typically it is green, red, or purple. Literature. Let's go outside the typical school subjects. I like that one a lot. Restaurant. Now, typically, I think of a dark brown, a little reddish brown, I should say, for restaurant. Triple 5s now. I think more of a finer dining experience, and in finer dining, I think more of a warm, relaxed, and welcoming color. Let's see. Okay, fast food. Now that one, I think most of us think orange or red, and a little quick since those colors trigger like hunger or makes you want to eat more. And that's why you see popular brands with orange to red packaging. Think about it. McDonald's, red, orange, yellow. That's the end of game number 2, by the way. Pretty strong, just couldn't get into that stack. Pringles original is a red can. Cheetos are orange. Doritos, orange. Let's see. Triple fours. Interesting. Add that to the negative stat. Burger King, red, yellow, and orange for their logo. Carl's Jr., Hardee's, same thing. Wendy's is a little bit different, and I bet most of us don't think Wendy's when we think fast food. Pizza Hut. Panda Express, KFC, Popeyes. Let's go back to name brand. Snacks, Cheez-Its, Ritz. Dang, that's actually pretty bad, thinking about it. Anyway, I think you got the point. So if you picked orange or red for that color, don't feel ashamed. It's just business marketing working on you. Summertime. I think green and yellow typically. Actually, I think orange, because it gets very hot, and I correlate orange with heat and warmth. Let's think of another word. Sad. Probably blue. Happy. Probably yellow. Sick. Probably green. Final game with this deck. Double eights at the moment. Double queens and double fives. I think we'll end that game there. It's been a while, but you got the point. It's kind of fun when you do it on your own. Or you tell it to a friend and you guys do the same thing. And realize, oh damn, I guess we do kind of think alike. Did I miss a play? I don't think I did. No. Almost though. One card off of missing a play. There we go. So one fat stack so far on our special. Once again, we have a triplet and triple sevens on the field. And we still can't crack into this side. Come on, black 6, black 9, then a red 8. And that is the end of our third game and the end of our time with this deck, as there's nowhere for that 8, 4, 9, double aces, double kings, and triple twos. I thought we were going to have a set of four, but no, just the triplet. So that was the Sembras deck, Cartas al Naipes. Always a lovely box by Theory 11, with a good deck of cards. Overall, a solid 7.5. Nothing bad, just could be a little bit better in points. Alright, our big deck of the night, the Incubo. So this is by Third Way Industries. We've had a couple of their decks before. Probably most of you would know it by the Idols deck, the Modern Idols, the purple deck with a whole bunch of color to it. Ooh, nice little hidden texture on the inside. Let's see what we've got to work with here. Got some jokers. I'm liking it so far. This is pretty sweet. Come on now. It is, oh my. Well, okay then. This deck is definitely interesting, as we have some cool jokers. And look at that background. So 4 games with this deck. A little bit of a bend already, but let's get this one going. I like this yellow so far. Alright, so initial impressions. This deck is not too durable. Everything else about it is lovely. The feel is nice. The coloring and contrast so far just looks very fun and unique. The face cards are just, they're different. They're welcomed. Oh, that's a little bit of a knock on the card. The number is in only one corner. So that might take a little getting used to, but we're smart, adjustable, adaptable, however you like to think about it. Double kings. And let's actually flip this one. And this one. Ooh, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to play this game a little more carefully than I thought. Oh, see, just like that, didn't realize we missed the 8 to play. And once again, triple 8s to start. Alright, a black 3 would be good. I know we have one early, but the question is, can we get to it? Here we go. Yes, we can. Get ourselves another ace. Place down our other 2. And, okay. All four aces, different colors, kinda on these two. Oops, did I need to flip this one real quick? And let's actually place down our hearts and see what we have at hand. 2, 2, 3, 10. 10 once again. Third play. Alright. Oh. And we have another spot for a king. There we go. Just on cue. I don't know what these cards remind me of. Oh, there it is. It kind of reminds me of Samurai Jack. Do any of you know that show? It was such a fun show. Okay. Looks like we have to. Oh, we don't have the, what's it called? 3 of diamonds. So that quickly killed that chance. Or did it? Gonna be closer than we think. Still, from the beginning with the triple eights. Okay. Come on. That queen just saved us. That is a funny looking jack. Reminds me of my cat. Put down that 10. We have to get a black 9. Ooh, it looks like we didn't. And we're still missing the 7 of hearts. Oh, there we go. There's our chance. We're still alive. 9 of diamonds. 7 of hearts. And my friend, I think we have just had a comeback in our 4th game of the night. No fat stack, but we'll take it. I knew this deck would bring us good luck. Alright, time for our victory shuffle, as we have all of these spades in order ace to king, along with all of the clubs, the hearts, also a little bit of Star Wars in there, mainly episode 3, and diamonds. Now this is probably going to be a little bit tough, since the deck's a little rough. But let's see how we did. Doubled up on the face cards, a little hiccup in the middle, and a recovery at the aces. So, rough to say the least. Let's do a casino shuffle. these cards are fairly thin, and if you shuffle normally, it's probably not going to handle it too well. I wonder why they didn't put a number in each corner. It's a little bit of a weird thing not to do. Anyway. Double queens, double sevens, and a spot for a king. Let's go this jack just because we have the spot open already. Alright, game number 5. That's a 4. Gonna have to be doing that a bit, I think, for these next 3 games. What the heck am I doing? Triple sevens. And there we go. I was gonna say we need to get at least a 9 out there so we have a chance to do something with these sevens. There we go. And I don't remember seeing an accessible king, so we'll go with that 7, and it leaves us with not much. Alright. We still have triple sevens, and that's not a good sign. Oh, there we go. 2, 2. Yeah, I don't think we have this one. Yeah, those darn triple sevens kept us from doing anything else. Is all we can do is place that 2. And let's get on to our double check, as there's nowhere for that 4. King, 10, 4, and lastly, king. On to our 6th game of the night. Let's see if there's anything nasty lurking underneath. Oh, this one's gonna be tricky too. Double 8s. Double 6s. And that's it. Now that we've played a couple games with this deck, I think it's time to give it its rating. Durability, poor. Feel, it's also poor just because, even with how gentle I'm shuffling the cards, it's still bending. Alright, so those are poor and poor. Card design, a lovely goldish yellow back, and a simplistic, or not simplistic, a seemingly simplistic back design, so that's a plus. Face card artwork, good. Number artwork, is that there is not a suit in each corner. So if we're being positive, like a couple good positives with a couple bad negatives, I think we're gonna have to give this deck just a 5 right down the middle, as we are starting with a bunch of face cards. I kind of like the little cat designs as well. Double aces and double jacks. Whoa, weird. Let's begin. Let's go the bigger stack, even if it was just by one. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Good thing it was just the one turn. Okay. So a black king with, let's actually keep that there. Do we have a two of, no we do not. Alright, a red jack would be helpful. There's the red king. 5, surprisingly nowhere to go. And I think we're done after a fairly decent start to it. Let's double check, as there's nowhere for that 9. Nowhere for that 4. Nowhere for that king. Nowhere for that 5. And lastly, nowhere for that 8. Triple queens, the killer queens left on the field with double 10s and double 6s. On to our last game with this deck. Let's see what was left unturned, as I forgot already how we must handle these. You can also hear the inconsistency in the cutting from the sound of the cards placing down. Alright, let's see if we can get one more win with this deck. Or at least add a stat, since we're still just 1 and 1. Not bad, but you know, we always want to go for some more. Oh, that's not what we're supposed to do. sevens. Ooh, there we go. I thought the 10 was the 8, and then that the 8 was the 10. So I confused myself for a second. Let's see. Alright. We have a spot for that king. And we are getting things done. Interesting. Ace of spades. Drop the 9 and triple sevens on the field. We could do this. Access this king. Another king. A 2. Another 2. Okay, there's a chance. It's a slim chance, but there is a chance. And I think we just missed it. We needed that queen. Oh, we got this queen. There we go. 7, 8, jack. Another 3. Throw down the 10. A 5. And now a 6. 3. We have a 4, don't we? We do not have a 4, but we have a 3 for that 2. Wow, what one queen can do to turn things around. And that's how we flipped over every remaining card on the field. Wow, one card off of a fat stack there. Alright, so there's no chance really at us getting a fat stack, so let's just stack up while we can. You know what? I've been wanting to say this, but I guess I'm not gonna address the titty in the room, and I'll leave that to you. Interesting cards, just say that. Alright, besides that, there's our king for our queen 5, and it looks like we have just won our second game of the night. Or did we? 8, 9, king, 6, our second queen, and we must flip, as there's nowhere for that 10 yet. So let's get stacking. 6, 7, 8. The other 7 is down there, so diamond. What next? Let's go heart and spade. Heart. Oh, we can't do heart and spade. Oh no. Oh no, did we just lose this one? Give me a second. Okay. We don't have the 7 or 10 of diamonds. That is crazy. One card away, and we just missed it. Dang. And I had a good secret phrase if we're to win that one too. But I'll leave that up to you, what that might have been. As we move on to our next deck, the Incubo, interesting enough, gave us a win with a tough finish. Alright, Dreyfus Art. 3 games to wrap it up. Now this deck reminds me a little bit, I don't know why, of the Magic School Bus. Let's open it up and see what it has inside. And another tough box to open. A butterfly with the peace symbol. Oh my goodness, that is a little bit terrifying. Wild card. Interesting, it kind of reminds me of like, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe an elementary Keith Haring. But I don't even know at this point. Alright, well, here's the deck. Interesting cards, and this is how we'll wrap up our night. So as we get into our final game, well, 3-game set, let me know your favorite deck. I still think the first deck was the best choice so far. Just after the initial impressions and this creepy face. That just seems like the type of creature that would be at the edge of your bed, just looking at you, saying, "Hey, you sleeping alright? What's up? Good, go back to sleep." Just like a polite demon. Just saying nice things to you, being positive. Or is that just me? Do you think demon when you see that? I know I do. One thing's for sure, it has a better feel than the Incubo deck. This deck reminds me of the Grateful Dead deck and the Peace and Love deck, if they had some sort of twisted child, but the child was incredibly polite and nice. Too nice for its own good type of thing. You know what I mean? Double fours, double eights, double kings. And we are underway. Well, that wasn't too promising of a start. Oh, wait a second. We could play that. But what will it lead to? So many repeat cards in our hand. It's a wee bit annoying. And queen. One, 10, repeat. Repeat. lose you amongst the little chaotic mess. Oh, I was gonna make a decision, and thankfully I don't have to. They both do it regardless. We got a fat stack, so we could at least add that stat to our night. It's always so interesting to me how frequent or infrequent, that doesn't seem like a word, how random it could be for us to get a fat stack. Like in some specials, it's so hard to come by. In others, oh, I did miss it, I'm so dumb. It's almost, actually I think in our specials, fat stacks seem a little harder to come by, but when we're doing a regular episode, they're just so nonchalant. You know what I mean? Am I making any sense? We're probably just tired. I'm just talking to myself. Locked in a room with these creatures staring at me. All four aces with triple sixes on the field. Isn't that fitting? A seemingly nice deck, dropping some triple sixes. Out of nowhere, that's our third play. Black 7. Come on. That's a red 7. There's the black 7. There we go, as we now place our final king momentarily. Now a queen would be good. Preferably black. Preferably black. There she is, or there it is. All right. Drop the 2, 4, 10. We have a chance, and I think we will receive at least one more fat stack. Or yeah, we will receive one more fat stack, because there it is. And a win. So despite what you may think of this deck, it has provided us with our second win of the night. And actually, it was an easy one. It also reminds me of this show called Super Jail. Has anyone seen that? I doubt it. It was one of those weird shows late on Cartoon Network, or Adult Swim I should say. Those 15-minute shows that was just kinda out there. Anyway, 2 fat stacks, our second win, and our next victory shuffle at hand. As we have all of these spades in order, ace to king, with all of the clubs. Next, the hearts, followed by the diamonds, and somehow each king was upside down. Let's see how we do. I will give it this, I really enjoy its font, as we have all of the red cards together. So texture, pretty decent. I'd say if this is the scale of the Incubo deck and the Service deck, I think, what's it called? Sembros deck, not Service. It's probably about right here in durability. And by that I mean it has a little bit of bend, but nothing too bad. It'll last you a while. So it beats out the Incubo there. The art style, I think it's just preference. I usually don't like those pastel colors that are a bit soft. This art style is a bit weird to me at points. It's just not my preference. You know, everyone has their cup of tea. And in this cup of tea, someone dropped something unknown, but you drink it anyway, and you're kind of like, okay, that was alright, but yeah, that was alright. So I'm not gonna knock it down at all for that, but I will knock it down for is a similar issue that the Incubo deck had, is that when you place a card, there is one right direction. And that is a little bit, not a little bit, a big pet peeve of mine with cards. Unless they're jokers, jokers are fine, but when it's the back design, or just the regular card, it gets a wee bit annoying. And I just had a random flashback memory to going to a baseball game with my sister in Oakland. And that's this deck. It's just giving me weird feelings. Anyway, I do appreciate the effort for the artwork. The eyes in the artwork are all different colored. It's a little weird for me, but still, you have to appreciate effort when it's put in properly, and it is put in properly. It is very fitting for its overall theme. Even though it's not my preference, I think it deserves a solid 8. Just on the artwork alone. But I obviously prefer the Sembros deck over this. The cards have a little bit of a thinner feel too, but without sacrificing much durability. I think that's the only factor that really pushes it above and beyond in this case. And we might have ourselves a good game to end it on. Can we make it 3? We'll take it. I don't know if you're like me, but I like finding ways for things to kind of make sense or align in our games. Like this would make sense if we had 3 wins on our 650th special, just because 600s. Never mind. It'll be nice. I was gonna say 666. Since 3 is half of 6, and you can make your connection, however, but you get it. I'm just rambling at this point. But we add, I believe, our 4th fat stack of the night. And we are not done yet. Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. That is absolutely devastating. That's it. So we have 2 2s on the field, which are for the 2 aces not present. Repeat. Repeat. Nowhere to go. And a double 6 to finish. Didn't it feel like we had it in the bag? Well, just a little bit short to make 3 wins on the night, but you know what, my friend? A very solid special all around. I hope you enjoyed. A little bit of special down. Next one is the 666 special. Then the 675. But until our next one, I hope you have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams as always. It has been fun